This is a tutorial on how to make a map change edit, and we are going to be using CapCut for this. Okay, to start off, you're gonna need to have Bacchus mod installed, and you can only install this if you have a PC. So to install this, you're gonna have to go to bacchusmod.com, and then it'll show a screen and you have to press download now. Then whenever it downloads, it should just like auto download, and then it will inject automatically. So you'll see this screen, and you have to start up Rocket League for it to inject. Now once you do that, you go to Profile and Match History, and then what you're gonna want to do is go to your saved replay that you saved for your clip, and go to that replay and go to the keyframe of when you scored. The clip that you're going to want to use, so what you want to do is record at a certain point. So that certain point for me will be this hit right here. And you're going to want to record that with whatever recording software you have. So I'm going to do that right now. So then what you're going to do, you're going to want to go back to your Bacchus mod, and if you'll open up the screen like this, you go to links, and then you go back to bacchusmod.com. Since you have it downloaded, you don't got to do this again, but you will see this thing in the top bar that says plugins. You're going to click on the plugins menu, and you're going to search up replay map. For some reason that's not working, but you're going to download the replay map changer, and then you'll see this blue button right here, install with Bacchus mod, and you're going to it's going to download if it has this screen, and it's going to say plugin has been installed. Then you're just going to want to exit out of this and exit out of your browser and go back to the replay. And then you're going to press F2 to open the Bacchus mod menu. Go to plugins, and then go to that plugin right here, which is replay map changer. And then you want to change it to whatever map you want. So for example, I'm going to change it to Champions Field. If it lets me, I have to scroll. Champions Field. Okay. And then you're going to want to go back to your POV in the replay. If it lets me, I have to wait a second for some reason. Okay. You want to go back to the certain point that you are going to hit it at, which I think was right here. I'm going to check real quick. Okay, it was right there, I think. And then you're just going to record it again. And then you're just going to want to keep changing the map for around like 3 to 5 times. So I'm gonna do 5 for good measure. So the next map I'm gonna do is Deadeye Canyon Oasis. But you can do any map that you want. There's literally every map, except if you're like, the map has to be the game mode that you were playing in. So it can't, like, if say you hit a clip and you wanted to do this, say you hit a clip on, let's just say, pillars, you obviously can't do that because they have different like map hitboxes. Okay, so I'm in my third map. Stop recording. Okay, so now that's all you have to do with Rocket League. You can close that if you want, but I'm gonna keep it open. So now you go to your CapCut, you press Create Project, And you're just gonna wanna collect all those clips that you did, and you just want to put all of them in this video. Okay, now that you've done this, this is the hard part where it gets tricky with the map change edit. So you want to enter all of the clips one by one, and you're going to want to put the actual map change edits, like the maps or the maps that were changed. You're going to put all those aside, and you want to trim, or no, you don't have to trim it, but you're gonna like drag all these and click over them. You're gonna want to turn the audio off because it's better without the audio, because you're gonna have a actual audio. And then you're gonna want to use your audio that you've picked that has a beat to where you can change the map. I'm actually gonna use Heavenly Jumps Out because I know that has a beat. So let's just skip. Second. You can change the map. Okay. So you just want to trim the audio to whenever you think it's a good time. Right there, you can hear that. So then you're going to want to, here, let's just add like a little cut so I know when it is. Okay, you're gonna take one of your clips. You're going to, well, actually, one thing that I forgot to do, it's not gonna be perfect with this because that's when you started recording. So you want to cut until it starts playing. And then whenever it stops, which you shouldn't do because it already does that. So I gotta make sure the beat's lined up again. Perfect, okay. Now you're gonna take one of the clips. You're gonna do the same thing that I just told you to do, where you make sure the clip is okay. Alright. Now you go back to where the beat was like right there. You're gonna cut to where that goes, and you're gonna make sure they're lined up like this. Now they should be a little lined off so it actually makes sense for the clip. But there's your first change. See how it's like clean? And then you want to repeat that process each beat. Now you cut the audio where it stops. You get rid of these. The other clips, don't need those anymore. Okay, now you just have this. You're gonna want to drag all these. Now, I like to make it 200 on the scale, but you can do whatever you want. So that makes it to wherever it looks like that. But just give me a second, let me explain. You want to press canvas, go to none, press blur, and then you can do whatever you want, but I like the first one. Then you want to go to the bottom right corner and press ratio and click 9:16. So that makes it to where it's fit for TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Reels, whatever, you know. And then okay, now there's a couple more things you need to do, which is the over editing. And for that, just add filters and stuff. So the filter that I like to use is a Pro filter. You need CapCut Pro for it. but there's a bunch of them. So I like to use either Sunny Day Off or Vivid Verse. I'm gonna use Vivid Verse for this for this edit because it just looks kind of cleaner. See? So like this is the difference, how it's less lighter and like more better. And then you're gonna go to Effects, search up Flash, and it will be the let me find which one it is again. It's a pro one. It's the let me go back to it real quick. This one right here, this Flash. So I have it favorited, so I'm just gonna go through it to there. You're gonna shorten it to where it's not too flashy, but it's a flash, so like that. Copy it, get rid of it. You can get like right here, or you can use it whenever you change the map, which does look good. Like right there, right there, right there, and finally right there. Okay. That's good. See, one thing I did mess up on, I made it fade out right there because I forgot I cut the audio. Okay, now that should be your final product, and this is what you should come out with. Okay, so that's it. Now you just export it, name it whatever you want. I'm gonna name it, what's it called? Little map change edit for a tut. Now, I'm gonna export it in Ultra HD, but you can just export it regularly if you don't have Pro. And that should be it because this takes a while. But yeah, that's it. If you liked the tutorial, please like and subscribe. I hope this helped. And shout out to G. Will Leon for asking to do this tutorial. Peace.